All right, here we go. This is Common Calling. I just needed to get this video out there as the first one. I don't know if it was because I wanted to wait for cool lights or a nice camera or a good mic or whatever. It could be a fear of man thing or just simply, procrastination. But this is the first video. Cue the cool graphic. So my name is Josh, and this right here is a new thing that we're going to call Common Calling. So a little story about that. In the last couple months, myself and a bunch of guys started to get intentional. And what I mean is together get intentional about following Jesus, specifically about fatherhood. We got together, regular time in the morning, early, coffee, 6 o'clock. It's cold outside. Of course, we're inside. And we got this book by a pastor that's really great. And we started to read through it together and kind of facilitate questions just about being a more godly, faithful father. And as we got together and questions were asked and we interacted with one another, well, something came to light in me, and I realized something about guys. And not just these men, but all of us, is that there are some guys who are doing incredible. They are killing it, and yet they don't think they are. And they're stressing out, and they have some kind of thing in their mind, some standard or something by which they are just feel like they're not doing well when they are doing amazing, and as a follower of Jesus, as a father, as a husband. And so I noticed that about some guys. And then I noticed something else, that there are a ton of guys who think they're killing it, and they're not. And what has started to kind of grow inside of me is, of course, discipleship, but a burden to help dudes as I try to follow Jesus to be more intentional in your discipleship. And so that's what we're going to do. I think anybody can glean from what we're going to do on this channel, but we're going to lean towards and become a little bit intentional towards guys. And this is the thing. Anybody can glean from it. Guys aren't more important than anybody else. But at the end of the day, if you don't like it, just don't subscribe, because this is what's going to be going on in our heart. Anyways, we're going to do interviews. We're going to not get into controversy for controversy's sake. I noticed on the YouTubes that the ones that get a lot of views are when you get something from culture and just criticize and people make money off of that. That's not what we're going to do. We're going to do Q&As. We're going to do Bible studies. We're going to do encouragement. We're going to talk about sex and children and dating and porn and whatever. And like I said, anybody can glean from this thing, but this is going to be leaning into men. That's what I want to do. No matter where God takes us, our family, that's what we want to do. And so that's what we're going to try to do here. And so, like I said, we're going to get a better mic, and we're going to get a better video camera, but that's what we're going to go after. And so, ladies, we love you, and I think that you're going to glean from this too. But I remember there's this thing drilled into my head for somebody. It's seared into my head, the saying that a pastor said a long time ago. He said this: if you win the men, you win the war. And that's what we're going to be up to here. So if you have ideas, comments, throw them in the comment section at the bottom here. If you've got my cell phone, you can go ahead and text me. I'd love to have that. And this is my number if you're interested in... Nah, just kidding. The interweb is horrible. I'd never do that.